Okay. Here we go. Take a big inhale up. Exhale it out. Wake up the shoulders. Big good morning stretch. Start to make circles to the front. Make a big cross in the front and draw the elbows down and back. Really feel all parts of that circle, alternating which arm crosses in front. We're going to hold open and reach. Open and reach. Good morning. Really drive those elbows down and reach. Feel those lat muscles open up. Wake up. 4, 3, 2. Hold at the top, palms to the sky, side to side. And when you're ready, start to make that circle. You know the drill. Start small. Grow it as big as you want. Engage the core. Protect that low back. As you take it a little bit deeper, feel the hamstrings. Switch at the top whenever you're ready. Whenever you get there. Opposite direction. One more circle. At the top, over and across. Four, 3, 2, 1. Take it side to side. Twist through the torso. You're going to drive that elbow towards that opposite hip. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take this, get up a little bit wider. Take it side to side. Drop the shoulders towards the knee. Twist and drop. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that plie, take it side to side. Shoulders back. Take those hands, pull them behind you. And shoulder height, pull them back. Bring them up to the sky. Palms together. Down in front. Open it back up. Pull back. Reach it back up. Hold. Down and up. Down. Reach tall. Sink low. Up. Sink up those hips. We'll be using them. First start is going to be some lateral and sumos, and then down to the mat for weight behind me for those donkey kicks. Give me 4 and 3, 2, 1. Take it together. We're going to do a hamstring curl. Real cardio, just getting that heart awake and ready to go. Get the blood pumping. Feel right up towards the bum. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach and pull. So think abdominal crunch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Shake it off. We'll give her 1 dumbbell for the first circuit. So we're going to be moving between a lateral lunge with a sumo squat on one side. We're going to drop down. The same side that we're working is going to hold the weight behind the knee. For that donkey kick, we're going to come up and take it to the other side. So we're going to have the weight, the right hand at the right shoulder. I'm going to take a lateral, center, sumo. Lateral to a sumo. Then it's going to come behind that knee. I'm going to come hands and knees into the donkey kick. We're going to come up. We're going to go into the opposite side. That's what the circuit looks like. We start in 10 seconds. So what do you want for weight? Take it right there with you. Lunge to the right, center, squat. Step, and take it center. Drop it, and center. I have to work super slow on this, which is okay. This side's a little bit more of a challenge for me. With that foot not being a real sneaker. The chest tall. It becomes too much. Get rid of the dumbbell or drop to a lighter dumbbell, but keep the movement going. It's not about how many. On 10 seconds. Finish the one you're on. Take it down to the floor. Take that weight behind the right knee. Back the shoulders over the wrist. Knees under the hips. Flex the foot. That dumbbell comes up and down. A minute of work. It's only a minute of work, so my suggestion is heavier than you would normally do. A lot of times when we do this hands and knees work, we're here for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Only a minute each time through. Which means you can carry a heavier dumbbell. Don't collapse down into those wrists. Push away. Spiral those elbow creases forward. Ten seconds to go. And we have a 20-second transition to come back up to the opposite side. Finish the last one you're on. Drop it down. I carried a heavy weight behind the knee, and I carried for those lateral and squats. Come back to my lighter weight. Palm is facing my shoulder, starting on the right side of my mat, and then lateral lunging to the left. The lunge, center, squat. It's a much more fluid movement for me on this side. Stronger foot. Now, side, center. Your pace. You do as many as you comfortably can. And our bodies are used to going forward and backwards. The front of our legs, the back of our legs. We have to focus on inner and outer. These lateral moves are important. Finish the set you're on. Right here. The last one. Take it down to the floor. Weight goes behind that left leg now. Stack everything nice and strong. Spread the fingers wide. Create a strong, wide foundation. Here we go, up and down. That belly into it, the spine. Try to dreams. Come on, bring that knee up in line with the hip before you drop it back down. Push it all the way up, heel to the sky. Push. Come on. 15 seconds, let's go. Keep pushing. Under 10. Then we're back to the top, right onto that right side again. 3, 2, 1. Transition back up. Here we go, back to the top. Starting on the left side of my mat, I'm lunging towards the right. Right hand carries the weight. Here we go. Get into it, lateral. Center in that sumo. Lateral. Roll through at your pace. Two very distinct moves that we're putting together. So lateral, come back to center. Drop down to that squat, come up. Then back into that lateral. Drop down. 5. We'll get 10 seconds to go. Last time we're doing this side. Finish. Take it down to the mat. Again, I was carrying a 10. I'm putting a 15 behind the knee. I'm normally here for a minute, so I'm going to challenge myself to stay heavy. Spread fingers wide. Push away from the floor. Here we go. We're working. Breathe through. Keep pushing that heel up to the sky. Don't collapse into those hands. Come on, push away from the floor. I know you're getting tired. Don't collapse. Navel to spine, come on. 10 seconds, right here. Push through. Squeeze that glute. Think what's happening in my glute. And rest. Transition back up. So really want you to think about the muscles that you're working while you're working them. And just go through the motions. Think about what's happening, where you're feeling it. When I say think glute, think glute. Starting on my right side, I'm lateral lunging to the left. Dropping into that sumo. And then drop to the left. And I come into the sumo. More pace. Past couple of Wednesdays, we've done circuits instead of pyramids. The circuits have not been easy. You guys stay strong. We're all right here working through this injury with me. Thank you. Come on. That's what team's all about, right? We support each other. Come on. Do the last one you're on. Finish it. And then take it down to the floor. One last time with the donkey kick. And then we're done. We get a little rest before I tell you what's next. Stack the hands. Stack the knees. Scoop the belly. Come on. Move that dumbbell. Straight up and down. Push it up and down. One knee parallel to hip at the top. Push. Get back down. Squeeze, think glute as you're pushing it up. Really think about that glute. Squeeze it, push it up. Come on. I don't want you to be thinking about what's happening as you're collapsing down into those hands. Think glute. Push up. Everything stays strong. Come on. 15 seconds. Last time you're here, I hope you challenge yourself with a heavier dumbbell. It's a minute of work. It's not our regular hands and knees set where we stay here for a long time. And rest. Get rid of that weight. Grab a drink. First circuit's done. Pretty challenging. Okay, the next circuit, we're going to be down on the floor. I want you to carry that heavy dumbbell with you. We're going to be doing some weighted hip thrusts holding. I'll show you what that looks like. We're going to be doing a boat rocker. We're going to be doing the hip thrust on the opposite side. And then we're going to be doing some abdominal work. So take one dumbbell, come down to the floor before I start the timer. What I mean by a hip thrust is you're going to walk the heels in. You're going to shift the weight into the left side so that dumbbell's going to be kind of angled. Because when you come up, you're going to bring this knee up, and we're going to thrust it up, push the weight into the heel. We're going to hold for a 5 count. We're going to drop to hover, and then we're going to thrust it back up, and we're going to hold for a 5 count and bring it back down and power it up. And then you hold. So here we go. That's where we're starting. So I have the dumbbell on the left side. Here we go. I push it up. I hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down on 5. Power it up. Think glute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take it down. Power it back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release down. Thrust it back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly release. Push through the heel. Right back up. Think that left glute. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release down. Power back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Drop down. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop it down. Weights out of the way. I want you to come here. Hands supporting. We're going to be doing a rocker. Up and down. And up and down. Here we go. If you can take the hands off the floor, let those palms hover. Take them off the floor. Rock it back. Up. Pause. And up. And up. Keep that abdominal muscle engaged. Let that low back connect to the floor as you roll back. Keep it connected until you're coming up to that sits bone. 1, Legs are getting a rest, quads getting a work. Come on. Last one. Drop the heels. Take that dumbbell. Right side. So it's slightly on an angle so that it's out of the way of that left knee coming up. Plant that right heel. Bring the left knee up. Power it up. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow release. Doesn't touch. Power back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Power it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow release. Right back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Feel that right glute. Push up. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow release. Power it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow down. Power it up. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Get rid of the dumbbell. Regular crunches. Feet on the floor. Elbows out wide. They never pull in. They stay wide the whole time. You lead up with the chest to your center for 1. You angle towards the right knee for 1. Center towards the left. You're not leading up with that elbow. I don't want the elbows moving at all. If that means your crunch is shorter, that's okay. I do not want you pulling yourself up by pulling the elbows in. So this is a small move. Center, left, center, right, whichever direction you're working in. Think about pushing those heels into the floor. Think lower back is connected to the floor. As we come up and down. One. Rest. Back to the top. Grab that dumbbell. We're back to the left side. Locking the heels in. Want that left heel close to the bum. Shifting the weight into that left heel. I come up slightly. I bring that right knee up. I power it up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Power it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Thrust it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. I hope you're challenging yourself with that weight. Up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Push it up. You should be feeling it in that glute. 3, 2, 1. Release and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Back to those rockers. You want to challenge yourself. You can take the arms up overhead as you rock. Hold them up and rock. Or if you still want to have them down, it's okay to have them down with that little elbow support. Some people like this better because it keeps everything close to center. They're able to control that low back connection to the floor more than having the arms extended. One. Past that halfway point. Again. And release. Just one more time with that hip thrust on that right side. Take that dumbbell. I hope you're challenging yourself. Only going through this 2 times. Push the heel into the floor. Hip slightly up. Left knee comes in. Power it up. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. It doesn't touch the floor. Right back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Power it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Press it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Push it up. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. Think glute the whole time. Push it up. Squeeze that glute. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release and right back up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Don't need the dumbbell anymore. Think C curve. Flatten your spine. Tilt the pelvis so that everything's connected to the floor. Bring the shoulders up off the floor and reach. And reach. Hold. Come on. Keep that connection. Pull the navel towards the spine. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Take that left hand, shift it to the outside of the right knee. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift that right hand to the outside of the left knee. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold center. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Pull the knees to center. Nice job. Another circuit done. Rock yourself up. By standing up for the next circuit. Okay. Single leg deadlifts. Heavy squats. Heaviest weights you can find. If after 5 of your heaviest, you have to drop to a lighter weight. I want you to start with the heaviest thing you can carry. Samantha, how heavy was your suitcase coming home from that trip? So, single leg deadlift, heavy suitcase squat, opposite leg, single leg deadlift, and then a wider squat with a lighter weight than we did for the suitcase squat. We're going through it 2 times. So, I'm staying close to a support system because of the foot. I'm starting on my left. My right is going to extend. You want to come up to balance in between. As you hinge, you can, or you bring it and you tap it down. If you want to carry your dumbbells, here you can, but let me just tell you that the next little bit of work is going to be challenging. So I suggest you use body weight here and really focus on the core strength and balance you're creating. Trust me, you're going to get the work in with the squats. When I say I want you to grab the heaviest set of weights you have, whatever that is, make sure you're balanced out. So my heaviest that I can balance out, I believe, for my 2 kettlebells that are roughly 26.5 pounds. Come on. Hands can stay at the heart. Hands can extend long to a warrior 3. Do what feels right for you today, but I really want you to dig into that strength and balance. And finish the last one you're on. Come to center. Heaviest weights you can carry. I'm serious. Even if it's 5, even if you only do 2, you have to drop down. Here we go. Grab them. Feet hip distance apart. Down. Squeeze those hips to the top. Come on. Today is about strength. Strength through your core. Strength through that lower body. Leg day is the best day. You know me. Even when we do upper body, I throw in core work, throw in a little bit of leg something. Strong legs carry you through all the ups and downs of life. Come on. Strong core lets you support your loved ones. Right? Come on. 18 seconds. Do one more. Finish the one you're on. Finish at the top. Move them out of the way. Look at that deadlift, that single leg deadlift on the opposite side. So now my right is on the floor. My left is going to move. And I've got the wall closed by in case. Here I go. Okay. I'm in this stupid post-op shoe. It's very hard to find balance in something that's just velcroed around your foot. Look at sexy enough. This is why I said you don't need the weights for this move, because the weight work is happening with the squats. The weight work happened with that hip thrust. The weight work happened with those laterals in the start of class. Come on. Finish the one you're on. Take it to center. One weight this time. Our legs are going to be a little bit wider. Not out wide like a sumo squat wide, but wider than hip distance. I'm going to take one weight with me. Straight up and down. It's a little bit of a wider squat. I'm thinking knees and toes still kind of forward, not out wide into that plie. They might be at 11 or 1. Right through center. You can still be carrying 2 dumbbells here, right? But I didn't want you to have as heavy as you had those narrow squats. We're coming back to that, and I want that set when we come back to it to be strong. I want you to be able to carry those heavy weights. Where I dropped 1 for this wider squat. Pushing my hips back, dropping my glutes down, keeping my chest tall. Come on. And you don't have to have a kettlebell either. It can be any weight. This is what I have for heavy. Put it down. Back to that left leg. It's going to be single leg deadlift. And the left foot stays right on the floor. Get a gentle bend. So not blocked out completely. With that nice gentle bend. I start in balance. I hinge. And hands can be wherever they need to be. So I want you to think, every time you're moving, as you're going from the hinge to the top, Am I pulling my navel in towards my spine? Am I engaging the glute and the hamstring on that working leg? Am I not gripping the floor with my toes? There's a lot that happens here if you think about it, right? Don't just go through the motions. You feel the abdominals engaged as you come back. Maybe rest the hand on that glute. Do you feel it squeezing at the top? Notice what's happening. And finish. Go back to that set of suitcase squats. Heavy, 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 heavy. Come on. Go back in. 8 seconds, we start again. It's a little bit longer transition because this is not about cardio. This is about getting that strength work in. Here we go. Right down. Don't collapse your chest. Let's push back. You're sitting back in that chair, right? But you don't get to rest and sit in it. You come right back up. Oh, I gotta pick these suitcases up. Carry them. Oh, but I want to drop them. But I can't. They're coming with me. And ground, shoulders back, chest tall. Again, there's a lot happening here. Especially if you've got heavy. We always focus on super heavy weights. Here we are. Doesn't matter if you don't have heavy weights though. Just don't get the work in. Finish the last one you're on. Squeeze at the top. We go into that opposite leg. My right leg is standing. You'll walk out of the knee, but not pushing it back. Keeping that gentle bend. Ooh, heart rate comes up with those suitcase squats. Here we go. Back to the core balance work. Up. And think glutes, hamstrings, core. And you need that support of a wall or a chair. Use it. I want you to be muscling through and not getting the benefit of what's actually happening as you slowly move from one position to the next. Heel pushes back, crown extends forward. Come to center. Everything grows tall to the sky. 10. Take warrior 3. Purpose pose. And finish the last one you're on. So focus on your form. Let's pay attention to the time. Beautiful job. Back to that wider squat. What do you want for weights? Okay. It's not sumo. We're not out wide, like toes pointing out. Everything's still pointing forward, just wider. So I'm taking 2 weights this time. Seeing how many I can get in. But again, don't collapse. Knees and toes forward, even though your feet are a little wider. You're out wider than your hips. Come on. I know it's not fun. I know this is a challenging workout. Come on. Whew. 15 seconds to go. Come on. Do one more. Finish it at the top. Squeeze. Rest. Grab a drink. So, the next moves, we're doing some plie stuff. We don't need Heavy weights. I'm gonna use moderate to even light. So I'm gonna move some of this stuff out of my way. Just so I don't kick it. We're starting. Show you this move from the side. I want you to see what it looks like. So my feet are going to be wide. Okay. They're going to be kind of on a plie. The toes are going to be out. I'm going to drop down, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the chest and I'm going to pull forward. And I'm going to push back and I'm going to pull forward. So I'm not coming up and down at all. I stay low, I drop the chest, and then I squeeze everything to center. And then I drop and I squeeze. And you do not need dumbbells for this. Trust me. I'm going to be down on the floor, full sit up. When we get to the top, we're stirring the pot. Every time we come up to the top, we come back up to the plie. We're just squatting it. That's when you have an opportunity to take a dumbbell with you. And then we're back down to the mat for seated figure 8. We're going through it 2 times. Okay? 2 times because these moves are challenging. For this circuit today, we did twice. 3 times. It's a lot. So, no weights for the first. Moderate to that quad stir. Here we go. The clock handy. So again, I'll take this one sideways. You can see it. Down. Drop the chest. Squeeze it up. We've done these briefly in our warm-ups. Drop and come tall. Drop the chest. Squeeze to center. Protect that low back, navel to spine. Drop. And up. And drop. You notice, again, I'm not coming up and down. I'm really isolating those legs. It sucks, I know. There's no release on those legs. Drop the chest for that flat back. Come back up. Drop the chest. Right back up. If you're not burning, you're not working hard enough because I have no weight and I am screaming inside. I do not like this move. It's effective. Don't like it. It hurts. Especially at the end of the workout. Come on. Hinge. Tall. Last hinge. Last time you come tall, stand it up, shake it off, come down to the mat. Not fun. Not at all. Grab a dumbbell. So stay in front of you. You're gonna come down, sit up and stir all the way around the knees, back to center, drop it down. Come up, stir it the opposite direction, and back down. Come on, up, around, and down. Up, around, and down. Keep those heels pushed to the floor. Reach all the way around, big stirring. A big pop. Come on, all the way around those knees. And down. Come on. One more. Get all the way back up. Grab 1 or 2 dumbbells, your choice. This time it's a plie squat. So it's out wide, heels in, toes out, dumbbells center, shoulders back, straight through, and up. Drop it down, and up, down, squeeze, straight down, and up, straight down. As deep as you can go without collapsing. You take the knees kind of parallel. And when you drop down, the legs parallel to the floor. That quad and hamstring. Maybe not. It's okay. Reset if you need to. You felt like your feet slipped out. It happens. Happens very often on this move. Come on, squeeze at the top. Straight down. Squeeze those inner thighs. Those glutes are screaming. Squeeze. Come on. Down. And squeeze. Get rid of the weights if you need to. Take it down. Squeeze it up. Back down to the floor. One dumbbell. Seated figure eights. Done these. We feed it around and around and around through the legs. Start in 3, 2, 1. We'll feed it up through the legs. Around. Not moving fast here. I want you to stabilize that core. I don't want you curving. I want you to try to find that nice flat back. And you have to drop the feet in between each time. You drop those heels down. Come on. I know your legs feel heavy doing this, right? It's not even about the dumbbell. The dumbbell is probably the easiest part. So lifting those legs up right now. Come on, almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back up. The whole circuit again. I'm working you really hard. The workout's going to be a little shorter than we normally do as far as the strength piece. These moves are not easy. Give yourself a pat on the back. You're working super hard. Take the feet out. Drop down to that plie. Drop the chest. Pull back in. Drop. And pull. If you want to reach, pull the elbows in. Make that lever even longer. Reach. Nice flat back. Pull the elbows in. Reach. Down to the floor. Forward. Down to the floor. Forward. Let's work it up now. It's a ton of work. Come on. I'm not coming up and down. I want to. But I'm not going to because I've got 10 more seconds. So this is not the time to quit. Diane, Sandy, you must remember these from the gym. Not fun. Take it down to the mat. Woohoo! Tail burn. Don't sit up with that pot stir. You have a choice whether you start sitting tall or start laying down. It does not matter. Stir down. If you can move a little faster without it being momentum based, pick up the tempo a little bit. But if you're just swinging, then you need to slow down. We don't stay down at the bottom long. We don't drop those shoulders completely to the floor. Come on. Come on, you are a warrior. Back up to the top. Stand up. Grab whatever you want for those plie squats. The weights are at the center. So as sumo, we try to drop our bum as low as we can to the floor. In a plie, I don't want to go past this point, right? So I stop. I squeeze it up. Squeeze it up. Squeeze. I want you to think as you come up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those inner thighs and glutes. Think about the coming back to the top. Big important piece of this move. Up, 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 squeeze. Come on. And you're at that 10-second point. Now is not the time to quit. Squeeze. Last one. Right to the top, right to the top, right to the top. Squeeze. So when I said you were almost done with the 10-second mark, and we had time to get in 2 more. One more time with those seated figure eights. And then we're doing some stretching. We're gonna finish off with some stretching. Here we go. So if you're not a fan of stretching and you're not a fan of yoga, now is not your opportunity to leave class, right? Not unless you have someplace to be. Seeing as how it's Wednesday and it's a work from home day, you don't have to rush. I don't know what everybody else's schedule is. I know what a few of you have on your agenda. We don't have a super long amount of time to stretch, but we have a little bit longer than I normally build in to this class. Because we really, really, really work these legs pretty hard. Pretty hard, nothing. Pretty damn hard. 3, 2, 1. Your choice if you want to keep the shoes on or off. If you have a yoga block handy, you want to use them, you can grab them, you don't have to. For me, it takes a little bit of the pressure off the feet. So, we're going to start laying on our stomachs. Okay, everybody lay on your stomach. Take the right hand, cross it in front, reach the left back, reach that left foot, drop your forehead down. Think the left knee is pushing towards the back edge of your mat as you pull the heel into the bottom. Stretch out that quad. Forehead can be to the hand or the mat. Right ear can be on the mat. Push the top of that right foot into the floor. Welcome to Charlie horse that you may or may have not just gotten. Release. Roll onto that right side. Walk in to a side sphinx pose. Stack the hips, extend the legs long. Push yourself up. Stretch through that side body. Create as much space between that right ear and the right shoulder as you can. Up hand, just there for a little bit of extra support. Side sphinx, normally when I teach a yin class, we hold here for 3 to 5 minutes, really feeling an intense stretch through the side body. We obviously don't have that amount of time. And release. All the way down to the belly again. Left hand crosses in front. Right heel pulls into the bum. Reach back with that right hand, pull it in. Think heel pulls to bum, but knee directs itself towards the bottom edge of your mat. Push the top of that left foot into the floor. Release. Side sphinx on the opposite side. You're going to do my back side this time just because how I'm on my mat. I'm going to walk the left hand in. Stack the legs right on top of each other. Walk the hand in. The closer I bring my hand to my hip, The more intense the stretch is through that side body, create that space between the ear and the shoulder. We're not rolling forward or back onto the hips. Don't collapse into that left hand. Stretch it out. And release. Center. Come up to a neutral tabletop. Walk the hands forward. And make your way into a downward facing dog. However you want to get there. My down dog is much shorter than it typically is because I have to have the heels on the floor. I can't have any pressure on the toes. Once I find my flat heels though, I walk my hands out a little bit further, maintaining my heel connection to the floor. Let the back of the body stretch out. Walk the left foot into center and lift the right off the floor. Take the left big toe, rather the right big toe, and push it into the heel. Actually pulling that heel down, stretching the one leg. So the left toe is pulling the right, the right toe is pulling the left heel down. And switch sides. Plant that right foot. Take the left toes behind the right heel. Just work to pull it down. Open up those shoulders. Spiral the elbow creases. Release. We're going to walk it forward. We're going to step that right foot forward. Right through center. We're going to drop the left knee down, uncurl the left toes. So the knee is stacked right over the ankle. You're going to come up. You're going to push the top of that left foot into the floor. And then you're going to push the right hip forward. Like you're going to push forward into that knee. Or you might want to block. We're going to come down more into a lizard variation. So elbows down inside that right foot. So you want to think that right knee is pushing into the right armpit, the outside of the right shoulder. Just stretch that a little bit here. Not typically how we finish our Wednesday class, but I felt it was super important for us to get this little bit of a stretch in. Release. And I want you to shift back, sitting all the way back on that left foot, flexing the right and hinging forward. If you want to stretch a little bit more intensely, you can reach and pull that foot in, feeling the stretch a little bit more intensely through that hamstring. Hinging forward. And release, walking it forward. Stepping that left foot forward and taking the right back. Give me a little bit more time to get into it on this side because of the foot. But you're just stepping right back into it. Left knee is over the left ankle, pushing into the top of the right foot. Coming up and hinging forward. Like think I'm pushing forward. Don't let that hip push out to the side. You want to think everything's in line with your mat. Push forward. Pull those shoulders down and back. Let your chest come forward, not your shoulders. Everything is stacked right over my hips. I want you to think stack and then hinge and then push. And then if you can, you want to take it down to that little bit of a lizard variation. I didn't walk the foot out, still in pretty narrow. If this is inaccessible to you, you can walk it out slightly. But I want you to think elbow I'd rather knee and shoulder connection. My birds are all mixed up today. And release. Drag it back. Sitting back on that right foot. Keeping everything tucked. So keep the knee in line with the hip. Spinning the right glute on top of that right heel. Okay? So we're not shifting off to one side or the other. And then we hinge it forward. So again, option to take that additional stretch through the toe. Intensifies the stretch of the hamstring by pulling and hinging forward. Walking the hands out as far forward as you comfortably can. Letting your crown extend towards your toes. They might not be even anywhere close. And release. Walk it forward. Walk it forward. Step that right foot forward to meet the left. Come into that fold. Bend the knees. Think ragdoll behind the knees. Grab opposite elbows. Let the crown hang. If this is not accessible to you, keep them in front. If this does not feel comfortable, like you feel like you might fall forward, keep them in front. We're here for 2 or 3 more cycles of breath. If it's accessible to you, before we fully release, straighten those legs as much as you can. And then release everything. Inhale it up. Exhale it out. Big inhale up. Palms come together overhead, right through center. Beautiful job. Big round of applause, as always, for being here. Great, great work.